the new Chucky movie. My question is, why they just didn't let Chucky rest? Why they resurrected him from the grave? Why? Good morning, YouTube family. How you guys doing? I feel like I am super hype off of coffee. Literally super hype. I think I drank too much coffee. But yeah, I want to do a quick review about Chucky. Gosh, every time I'm in the bright sun, it just irritates me. That's the thing about it, y'all. When you work night shift for years, I've been doing it for over 6 years, your body get used to nighttime. Mentally, you get used to nighttime. You get used to quietness, calmness. I'm telling you, people who work night shift are different breeds. They become different breeds. You become a vampire where every time it's the sun and you go into a store where it's a bright light, your eyes automatically squinch like you need glasses or something. I don't know. It's something how night shift can really take the effect on a human body in different ways. And I need to do a video about that one day. How to take care of yourself when you work nights, stuff like that. Just different tips for people who's thinking about working nights or who are, or who's newbies to it. But anyway, let's get to this review. It's going to be short. I don't really have that much to say about this movie. As you can see, I have on my Chucky shirt. I'm wearing it to the gym. Okay. This new Child's Play movie. At first, I was like, what the hell? Let Chucky rest. Okay? How y'all going to remake the Chucky movie? They did. You know what I always notice with these producers? They try to remake some of these movies, and it don't be the same like some of the originals. Like when they tried to make Freddy Krueger. When Freddy first came out, all his movies back in the 90s were good. Well, what was it, late 80s, early 90s? They were good. So growing up watching them was good. But then when they started to do the remake of Freddy didn't look the same. You didn't have that original character. I forgot his name, but that guy, the original guy who played Freddy, he made Freddy come to life. That new character who they had, it was over. It was over. Just like when they try to remake Jason. You just can't remake the original characters in some of these movies. You just can't. If you can't get the originals back, don't even try it. Okay? And for as Chucky, the original guy who played his voice, you felt that was Chucky in a lot of those older movies that, were out back then. Even when you go back and watch them and you look at the old Chucky movies, it really had put a scare into kids and adults, because here you had a Chucky, I'm talking about the old Chucky. Here you had a Chucky who was a doll, who was small, but his voice was of a 40-something-year-old man. So you knew it was a man trapped inside that doll that was doing some possessive stuff. This new movie, this Chucky is weird as hell to me. This Chucky have a more humanized face that makes some of the most weirdest, just outrageously crazy expressions I've ever seen from the Chucky movie franchise. This doll, they really made this doll seem so more human. And I know they was really trying to still scare their audience, but what I was confused on, the old Chucky was a grown man trapped inside a doll's body. This Chucky seemed like a goddamn rebellious 13-year-old who didn't know no better, who just was learning how to kill and think about doing vicious stuff and being so jealous, the old crazy ass 13-year-old trapped inside of a doll's body. That's what I was getting from this new Child's Play movie. A rebellious ass 13-year-old that's crazy with mental issues stuck inside of a doll's body. Throughout the whole movie, I was confused. I mean, don't get me wrong, the movie was pretty good. It was pretty good, but it was certain scenes. I was like, what the hell? I mean, his. Oh, is this a police? I don't have my seatbelt. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, you know you gotta slide that. You gotta play it. Thank God for 10. Thank God for 10. But yeah, I was just like, really? You know, his mother, bought the doll for this little boy. I don't remember nobody's name. I was just pretty much just tripping off of this damn doll. She bought the doll for him. The doll seemed to have became his little friend. You know, he seemed like he was quiet to himself, and the doll brought a little life out of him. And he just noticed the doll was doing more human-like talking than what he was supposed to do, I guess, compared to the instructions on the box. He noticed this doll was cussing, making crazier facial expressions that it was supposed to do. And it was like their little kept secret, And then it was another scene where the doll was choking a cat. He walked in and found damn Chucky choking his damn cat. Kind of like, I guess because the cat had scratched him accidentally. And Chucky got pissed off. So, throughout the movie, and I'm not trying to do any spoilers, but throughout the movie, you would notice this is a jealous-ass doll. He didn't want this little boy to be friends with nobody else. Anybody who he assumed who would hurt him, he was out to get him. I mean, it was some funny scenes in this movie. I don't want to say the movie was scary to me. It did not come off scary to me. Can I park? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I'm at the gym. The movie really didn't come off scary to me. It just came off kind of hilarious. Very hilarious. Very funny. I will say. It was just funny. It was at one point, when they took the little, what they call that thing that was in the middle of his chest, the little piece that was helping control keeping him alive. When they finally pulled that crap out, I kind of thought that probably would have been the ending of the movie. But then you had the damn maintenance guy who you always could assume in the beginning of a movie, looking at his character. You kind of could assume watching him from the beginning. Yeah, he something wrong with him. He looked like a little rapist or somebody, or just mental. And towards the end, yeah, my thoughts of him was correct. This dude had freaking videos of these people apartments where he could see them getting in the shower, eating at the table, you name it. He had it in there, all his little gadgets. So I'm kind of like, was he the owner of the apartment complex? Or was he the maintenance guy who stayed there and made his unit, which looked like it was much bigger than everybody else, into this contraption? It was just weird. And it was weird how he got a hold of Chucky. Well, he found them in a garbage disposal compactor, whatever you call that little thing that they drop down. Yeah, he found them and brought Chucky behind back to life. I was done. I was done. It was certain scenes in this movie. I was like, really? Really? Them remaking this Chucky movie, I think was a fail, to be honest with you. The movie was okay. Seeing it for the first time, I'm not going to sit here and say I waste my money on it. But I would have preferred to go see the movie on $5. $5 Tuesday. Every Tuesday, all movies are $5. I wish I would have spent $5 to see this movie compared to $12 and something to go see it. Yeah, I would say this movie, if I had to grade this movie, give it an A, B, C, D, or F, I would give this movie a C for effort. I would want to give it a D, but I would give it a C for, a C. A C. I would say a C. They put a little effort into it. They tried. Would I want to see this movie again if it came on Netflix, Amazon Prime? Probably not. I probably wouldn't click on it. I probably wouldn't. If somebody else is watching it, I'll watch it. It's definitely not a movie that I want to see a second or third time. You know how some movie can be classics and you want to see them over and over and over. You know, it's just, it's not. It's just not a classic movie at all. Now the old Chucky movies, I consider them classics. I really do, because the guy who played Chucky, he really brought Chucky to life. He brought that character to life. Like I said, this Chucky just seemed like a old rebellious ass little teenager inside of a doll's body, who were trapped in there and jealous and just no. No, I told y'all this was gonna be short. I don't even, I want to give out some spoilers in this movie, but I mean, the spoilers that I would give out, they just seem so dumb and just like why? Hopefully this be the end of Child's Play. I truly hope so, because this Chucky here, he was beyond ugly as hell. I mean, godly. I mean, he was just as ugly as the doll back in the day, but at least the doll actually looked like a doll who had cuts on his face. You know what I mean, if you get the visual effect of what I'm trying to say. This doll here seemed like his face didn't look like no doll. His face looked like he was mixed with Korean, Japanese, something. This doll just, well, in the beginning, I think the doll was shipped from either was it Japan, China, Singapore. It was shipped from one of those little areas. I know that, because in the beginning, the guy, little Asian guy who was putting the doll together, he seemed like he was kind of demonized himself, so he wanted to create this monster. So it didn't really show what all he did. It just showed that he put the doll together, put it in a box with the other dolls, and it got shipped off, to the United States. But I was saying to myself, is that why that doll looked Asian-like? Because it came from one of those regions over there? Because this doll didn't look like no regular baby doll. Well, I don't want to say baby doll, but it didn't look like a regular doll that a child would want. This doll had a weird face. If you guys haven't seen it and you do see it, put it this way. This doll didn't have this face. You see what I'm saying? Look at this. This doll, the original Chucky, have a doll face, but the doll looked crazy as hell. This new Chucky doll, per se, I'm telling you, it did not have a doll face. It had more of a adult / Asian type feel to it. Then the eyes were glowing, just this bright blue and red when he's about to kill. It's weird. I'm telling you, it's weird. When you watch this new Chucky doll, it's gonna have you just like scratching your head, like what the hell? But at the same time, certain scenes, it's okay to where it make you interested, like what's gonna happen next. But it's nothing that I don't think 80%, 85, 90% of people are going to watch again. I will say that. The hype of the new Child's Play. Yeah, people want to see what was going on. But it's nothing that's going to cause you to, I don't think, want to see again. A one-hit wonder for this movie for me. So, yeah. Check it out, guys. I've been talking for about 13-something minutes about this movie. This review was supposed to be at least a good 7 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Okay, guys. Y'all check it out.